The air crackled with tension. It was a palpable, almost tangible force that seemed to press down on everyone in the room. The clock on the wall ticked away the seconds, each tick amplifying the anxiety that hung in the air. The trainees, their faces etched with worry, could feel the weight of the moment bearing down on them. Inside MZMC Entertainment, a hush fell over the practice room. The usually bustling space, filled with the sounds of music and the shuffling of feet, was now eerily silent. The mirrors that lined the walls reflected the stillness, capturing the tension that gripped the room. It was as if the very air had been sucked out, leaving behind a vacuum of anticipation. After years of relentless training, this was it. D-Day, the day that would make or break their dreams. The calendar on the wall had the date circled in red, a stark reminder of the significance of this day. For many of these trainees, this was the culmination of years of hard work, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication. They had pushed their bodies to the limit, endured countless hours of practice, and faced numerous challenges, all for this one moment. The trainees, hearts pounding, awaited their fate. Each one of them had a story, a journey that had led them to this point. Some had left their homes and families behind, traveling from distant places to chase their dreams. Others had faced personal struggles, overcoming obstacles that would have made lesser individuals give up. But today, all those stories converged into a single narrative of hope and fear. Each of them had poured their blood, sweat, and tears into this pursuit. Late nights spent practicing until their muscles ached, early mornings where they pushed through exhaustion, and countless moments of doubt and uncertainty. They had given everything they had, and now it all came down to this. The dream, to debut as a K-pop idol, to stand on stage under the bright lights and hear the roar of the crowd, to be recognized for their talent and hard work, and to inspire others with their performances. It was a dream that had driven them, fueled their passion, and kept them going even when the odds seemed insurmountable. Only a select few would make it. The competition was fierce, and the standards were high. They had been trained by the best, pushed to their limits by mentors who demanded nothing but excellence. But in the end, only a handful would be chosen. The rest would have to face the harsh reality of rejection. The rest? They would face the crushing weight of rejection. The silence was deafening. It was a silence filled with unspoken fears and unvoiced hopes. Some trainees sat with their heads down, lost in their thoughts, while others bit their nails nervously, unable to hide their anxiety. The room was a cauldron of emotions, each trainee grappling with their own inner turmoil. Some trainees fidgeted, unable to contain their nerves, their fingers drummed on their knees, their feet tapped against the floor, and their eyes darted around the room, searching for some sign of what was to come. It was a restless energy, a manifestation of the tension that gripped them. Others stood frozen, faces pale with anticipation. They were like statues, their bodies rigid with fear, their eyes were wide, their breaths shallow, as they waited for the moment that would determine their future. It was a moment of suspended animation, where time seemed to stretch and every second felt like an eternity. The door creaked open, and a wave of nausea washed over them. It was the sound they had been waiting for, yet dreading. The slow, deliberate creak of the door was like a harbinger of their fate. As it opened, the trainees' hearts raced even faster. Their stomachs churned and a collective breath was held. It was Mr. Lee, the CEO of MZMC, a man known for his icy demeanor and sharp eye for talent. He was a figure of authority, someone who could make or break careers with a single word. His presence commanded respect, and his reputation preceded him. The trainees knew that he was not one to be easily impressed, and that only the best would earn his approval. He held a clipboard in his hand, their destinies neatly typed out. The list of names on that clipboard represented the culmination of their efforts, the result of their years of hard work. It was a list that could bring joy or despair, hope or heartbreak. As Mr. Lee scanned the names, the trainees' eyes followed his every move, their hearts pounding in their chests. This was it, the moment of truth. The room was charged with anticipation, every trainee hanging onto the edge of their seats, waiting for the announcement that would change their lives forever. The tension was almost unbearable, a mix of hope and fear that filled the air. This was the culmination of their dreams, the moment they had been working towards for so long. And now, it was finally here. The life of a K-pop trainee is far from glamorous. It's a journey filled with relentless hard work, unwavering dedication, and an unyielding pursuit of perfection. Imagine waking up before dawn, your body aching from yesterday's grueling practice. The alarm clock blares and you have no choice but to get up. The day has just begun and the challenges are already mounting. You're not allowed to hit snooze. Every minute counts. The schedule is tight and there's no room for delay. You quickly get ready, knowing that punctuality is crucial in this world. You rush to practice, fueled by a meager breakfast and a burning desire to succeed. The hunger in your stomach is nothing compared to the hunger in your heart. You know that every step you take brings you closer to your dream. This is your life, day in and day out. The routine is repetitive, but it's the only way to hone your skills. Each day is a test of your endurance and commitment. Singing until your voice cracks. The vocal exercises are intense, pushing your limits. You must hit every note perfectly, no matter how strained your voice becomes. Dancing until your legs give out. The choreography is demanding, requiring precision and stamina. Perfection is the goal, and anything less is unacceptable. Mediocrity is not an option. The schedule is relentless, with back-to-back sessions that leave little time for rest. You push through the fatigue, knowing that every moment counts. Vocal lessons, dance classes, language training, and even media training. The curriculum is comprehensive, designed to mold you into a versatile performer. You learn to sing in Korean, even if it's not your native language. The language barrier is just another obstacle to overcome. You practice tirelessly, determined to master every syllable. You learn to present yourself flawlessly, always camera ready. The pressure is immense, but you must maintain a perfect image. Every gesture, every expression is scrutinized. You're constantly being judged, compared, and critiqued. But you can't crack. The feedback is harsh, but it's meant to make you better. You take it in stride, using it to fuel your determination. You have to be strong, resilient, and always, always smiling. The journey is tough, but the rewards are worth it. You keep pushing forward, knowing that every drop of blood, sweat, and tears brings you closer to your dream. Becoming a K-pop trainee means sacrifice. It's a journey that demands more than just talent. It requires a willingness to leave behind the life you once knew. It means leaving behind everything familiar. The comfort of your home, the warmth of your family, and the laughter of your friends all become distant memories. Your family, your friends, your childhood bedroom filled with posters of your idols. These are the things that shaped you, the things that made you who you are. But now, they are part of a past that you must set aside. You trade it all for a chance, a glimmer of hope at Stardom. The training center becomes your new home, a place where dreams are both born and tested. You live in a dorm with other trainees, sharing a cramped space and even more cramped dreams. The dorm becomes a melting pot of aspirations, where everyone is striving for the same elusive goal. You eat, sleep, and breathe K-pop. Every waking moment is dedicated to perfecting your craft, whether it's singing, dancing, or learning a new language. There's no room for anything else. Your schedule is packed from dawn till dusk, leaving little time for rest or relaxation. You miss birthdays, holidays, and milestones. The calendar becomes a reminder of all the moments you're not a part of, the celebrations you can only witness through a screen. The outside world fades away. The city lights that once seemed so inviting now feel like a distant dream as you focus on the path ahead. Social media becomes your only connection to your old life. It's a double-edged sword, offering both comfort and a painful reminder of what you've left behind. You see your friends graduating, going to college, falling in love. Their lives move forward while yours seems to be on hold, stuck in a loop of endless practice and preparation. A pang of envy hits you. You wonder, what if? What if you had chosen a different path? What if you had stayed behind and lived a normal life? But then you remember why you're here. You remember the auditions, the excitement, the promise you made to yourself to never give up. You remember the fire in your belly, the dream you're chasing, and you push forward. Because in the end, it's not just about the fame or the fortune. It's about proving to yourself that you have what it takes to make it, to turn your dreams into reality. The mentor's words, the critiques, and the encouragements become your guiding light. Each piece of feedback is a stepping stone, a lesson learned on the road to success. You find solace in the camaraderie of your fellow trainees. They become your second family, sharing in your struggles and triumphs. And as you reflect on your journey, you realize that every sacrifice, every moment of doubt has brought you one step closer to your dream. The road is long and arduous, but the destination makes it all worthwhile. Section 4. The Selection Gauntlet, Beauty, Talent and Charisma. The K-pop industry is brutal. It's not enough to be talented. You have to be marketable. That means fitting into a certain mold. The Korean beauty standard looms large. Flawless skin, big eyes, a slender figure. It's a lot to live up to. Some trainees resort to extreme diets and even plastic surgery to fit in. But the pressure doesn't end there. You're constantly being assessed. Your singing, your dancing, your stage presence, your personality. It's not enough to be good, you have to be exceptional. You have to stand out from the crowd. You have to have that it factor. But what is it anyway? It's a mystery that every trainee is desperately trying to solve. Section 5. Voices from the Inside Trainee Testimonials. I remember crying myself to sleep every night, confesses Ji-woo, a former trainee at a major K-pop agency. The pressure was unbearable. I felt like I was constantly being watched, judged, and compared. She eventually left the industry, burnt out and disillusioned. It's a constant battle with self-doubt, admits Minjun, a current trainee at MZMC. You see all these other talented trainees around you, and you can't help but question yourself. Am I good enough? Will I ever make it? The uncertainty can be crippling.